Well, hello everybody, welcome back to Just Gaming Today. Today we're going to play some more Infinitode. We have progressed quite a bit since the start of this, and let's take a look. We've got some 69 things we could invest in on the tree here. So let's take a look at the tree. We have 5 research points. We're saving the research points for the green papers, and then we can kind of invest wherever we want here. We can't quite get into this new matrix until we open up the 3.1. So let's see. Well, the one thing I talked about in previous videos is getting this full U available on this. Hold on. What does that say? I can't research that. Can't research previous research required. Oh, so I didn't put anything into this one yet. Okay, let's do that one, and then I think the damage one was the last one, right? Yeah. So we have a full U shape here. It just makes it so the splash is a little bit better. Let's take a look. I did use the splash quite heavily, and I think we actually want to, yeah, max level 7, 7, 7, 7, and 7. Oh, that must be the max level 2. Oh, okay, yeah. So what I was confused about with the splash is I was able to put far more levels into it than I would have thought without putting more levels into this. So I was kind of confused as to how that happened, but maybe I didn't see it right. Anyways, let's throw some levels in here. I want to throw at least one upgrade level, a couple of experience points levels, and then we're probably going to run out of papers here. So let's take a stab at maybe making the basic let's see, experience points. Let's take a stab at making the basic tower a little bit cheaper. So it's only 1 gold. That 1 gold matters though. So as you're progressing along, making the towers cheaper, making the tower upgrades cheaper is quite good. So we've got this one now tealed. And what I mean by that is once it's teal, you've satisfied this research. So you see it says 1 out of 2. The other research requirement is this XP. So we're probably going to try and get into that and basically try and bring down the cost of upgrading. And this is extremely important to get this basically on every tower. You want as many levels, as many upgrades as cheap as possible. Let's see, what's this one? Max miners upgrade. So we do have enough for that. I am going to go ahead and do this. That way we can get 2 scalar miners going if we need. And then let's head out. I think there's anything else to upgrade. There's some of the gold star ones, but I really want to save up to get 6 of those. Let's take a look at what we're going to do today. I had run a lot of these in the previous, before I ran the last video that I recorded. I also ran this one. Where did I? Yeah, I ran this one, but the recording failed. And I ran this one right before this video. So let's get into 2.5 and try and open up this 3.1. I'm not sure what 3.1 is going to require us to do. But this 2.5 looks like a split level. Looks like the spawns are going to come out of here, go around, come through this teleporter, and then come around here to our base. So it's not sending out 2 different waves, but it is sending it on an interesting pathing. There look to be a lot of different tiles that are upgraded and a ton of things to work on from a mining perspective. So we'll probably put our vector miner here and then throw a scalar here and a scalar here. Maybe not the second scalar. We'll see. This one is really good, a really good mining level overall, but not, I need the purple and I need the more advanced miners to fully take advantage of this level. But anyways, no flying enemies. So we don't need our flying towers, or anti-flying towers, I should say. We have basics, weaks, and strongs. As far as the waves go on and on to 98. We don't need to get that far to get 3 gold stars. We need level 47. Our 2 quests are coins gained just overall, 4,300. And score gained during 1 game, 9,000. Both of those should be very accomplishable during this first run. So let's take a look at the board. Let's go ahead and buy a blizzard. Oh, we can't. We don't have enough green papers. Need to remember to save at least 100 green papers so we can get that blizzard just in the bank here if we need it. Let's take a look at the map. So on the map, let's see, it starts here. So we've got this attack speed one, which is 150%. That looks to be quite good. We have this power level, which is 120. I still need to look up like what the power level does. Let's see here. Does it explain it at all? Oh, that's something else I forgot about. We have towers and we have these modifiers. These modifiers are mods you can kind of put next to things, and then they will tell you like evenly distributes experience between nearest towers, increases their max HP level by 1 for each level of the modifier. It doesn't diminish experience if this leads to a decrease of the tower's level. So these modifiers you can place in and use them to your advantage, and they hook up to the towers that are next to them. It's been quite a while since I've used these, and it gets very complex as how you put things down. There are 8 total modifiers that are available, and they don't shoot themselves. They only impact the towers that they're attached to. So you have to kind of watch how they attach and learn about them. What I would suggest is you just try using them and see how it goes. I'm not big on these two. So balance is experience points, and this is search. Nearby towers constantly search for new enemies, even if the current target is still alive. Gives plus 6% range to all nearby towers. So if you want to increase the tower range, it lets you do that. I don't necessarily like that they're looking for new enemies. So I don't really use these. Sometimes I use the XP one, but this one I don't think I've ever used, if I recall. Now, the other modifiers are quite good. So damage, coins, a lot of XP, just pure XP versus this thing here. This balance one kind of distributes the XP. Mining, the mining one, absolutely. I've used this one quite a lot. So when we open it, attack speed, damage, and I think this one's power as well. So do note that these things come around fairly early as you're working your way up that one tree. And I'll talk about that again. But the towers are really where it's at these lower levels. I don't even bother with the modifiers till much, much later. But feel free to experiment with them. I think they could be quite good if you play around with them some. All right, so let's take a look at what else we have here. We have a high level XP just kind of sitting out here. That's definitely going to be a sniper. This extra range is going to be a sniper. So that kind of planned out. Refund almost all the money if we want to try a tower out and then not have it. Attack speed, damage kind of mirroring each other here. Another cell over here. Powers here. I mean, I remember this level from when I played before. So it is quite good. Figuring out where to put the freezing is another story, though. Now, if I use up 4 slots for freezing, I'm going to freeze a lot. And this extra power, I think it actually does impact the freezing towers. Let's throw a freezing tower here. There's probably better ways to do the freezing, but I'm at least going to put 2 freezing towers out. I'm probably going to put the freeze towers out here just to slow everything down. You see, this map is a little more challenging because it's actually going to start us with weeks, and weeks sound like, oh, this should be easy, but they actually are a fairly tough enemy. So that being the case, I really don't want the cannons spinning around. What I mean by that, their rotation is very, very poor. So I think what I'm going to do, if I put him here, I don't think that's going to be good. I actually think I'm going to put him here. Say fire, 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 slowly rotate, and then just keep firing down this way. So let's put a cannon there to start with. Let's put a basic here. These don't have to stay this way. So you can always sell your towers, especially if they're 0 levels. If you haven't really invested a lot into them and it's early in the game, you can just choose to kind of change things around. I actually think this is another really good spot for a cannon. It's going to fire, 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 and then just fire down here as these are going by. So maybe we'll do that. We'll put out 2 cannons and a basic to start. We have to get to 23 for that first upgrade. We'll have to layer in some snipers and some more freezing, but let's see how this goes. I'm going to auto it on this second speed level, see if we can speed this up a little bit. This might be really good for a splash tower as well. Yeah, I'm going to throw that there just so we have one out there. Let's look at, let's put a basic tower maybe here so we can do some double work. Add a layer of freezing in. So we got some freezings going on. Oh, let's get that sniper tower here first and then look at the range one next. Yeah, I want to layer these sniper towers in so they can start working their levels up. Very, very important to get their levels up because their upgrade via the tower upgrade path is very, very tough. So this upgrade path here, it's very expensive for the snipers. So I'm gonna put one more of these splash towers in just to have it there. We've got an upgrade here already. I'm gonna layer in another layer of freezing. Once I get this freeze tower down, our freezings are in place. I don't know if that's overdoing it or what here on this map. I don't really recall. A cannon here, a cannon here is going to work. So let's do that. I think our cannons might be done. Yeah, let's put one more cannon in here, and then the rest is just going to be basics. Put a basic in here first, and a basic in here. Almost. So that was good to get that done. It looks like we're doing really well against the weaks. The greens are probably the basics are the ones we're having the most problems with at the moment. I think we're actually going to struggle against the strongs the most in this run, but we'll see. Let's take a look. Let's upgrade some of these towers here, just the basics. They're going to be doing a lot of the early work. I don't think I have enough snipers. I think we're going to have to, I'm going to kill this one off and put another sniper in here. We're going to need at least 3 snipers, I think, to get anywhere with this level. I'm going to upgrade these freezings first. And this cannon's already level 3, so I'm going to look to maybe pump some additional levels into it. Upgrade these 2 snipers here. I'm pretty concerned about the strongs in this one because all the other towers really don't do a ton of damage with it. But we already got our first gold star, so let's keep working this freeze up. Get that one done. Let's do the splash tower. Splash towers do cost quite a bit to upgrade. Long barrel, rotation and projectile speed 1.5, explosions 1.25% better. Piercing through enemies, deals 0.5 damage per degree. It rotates between shots. I'm going to start with the shrapnel just to get some area of effect here. Let's go upgrade these other cannons real quick. Get this one upgraded and one more sniper and everything is level 1. Now, once I get this upgraded, I'm going to see about mining. I think this is our best mining slot for the vector. It's 140, so it takes a little bit to gain that. Mining is very important to your progress, so you want to get some mining established. I'm going to sprinkle through some upgrades on these basics. Get them all level 2. I'm going to put another level on each of these basics that are sitting on the upgraded tiles. You see, strongs are the ones that are getting pretty far now. What was I going to do here? This one is shooting at, this one to shoot random. I want this one to shoot weak. Okay, let's slow them down some. That's pretty good. Now the splash, we were going to upgrade that last time. Piercing, attack speed, damage, speed. Enemies receive 50% bonus XP debuff for 5 seconds. Let's take fast bullets. I don't know if that's good or not. I can't remember, but we're going to take it. The speed here, let's do penetrating, and I'm going to upgrade these two snipers here. I'm going to make this one damage. Let's upgrade this one. Start spreading out some upgrades here. This one's still level 1. I missed that one. Okay, this one's attack speed, so let's put some extra. Let's do the one that has a chance to ricochet. I always like putting at least one of those towers in if I can. Yeah, this is gonna get tough. Now these splash ones are a bit of a play here because they don't do a lot of damage other than to the weaks. And I think I need to upgrade the cannons here to start helping along with those greens. They do 100% versus the green, so I think that's pretty good. You get each of these at level 2. I'm thinking they'll help take out more of the greens there. This one's level 4. It's not getting enough kills. It's level 5, so it did level up faster than the other one, so it is getting a decent amount of kills. I'm going to try and pump it up to level 4 because I think we're going to need as much help as we can against these strongs. The strongs, I think, are going to be the one that's going to bother us the most on this run, at least for a while. It might shift, but I think the weaks we're doing pretty good against. I'm going to put damage on this one. Yeah, let's go upgrade 4. There we go. Now let's see if we can slow at least down at the start and at the end. So we got our second gold star. We're pretty close to getting the other quest done. And as soon as I said, oh, the strongs are going to be the worst, then we've got all these weaks coming at us and they get pretty far. So it can shift that that feeling of what's going to be worst, it can shift and then it shifts right back after you're chasing that upgrade there. So I think this one's 50-50. I thought that was the best one for a green. So I'm going to try and slide in a minor here. I think there's still a decent amount of time to maybe try and mine some scalar there. So let's do that. No updates anywhere. Let's see if we can get these two snipers updated. Upgraded, I should say. I'm hoping some more of these abilities come through soon and our towers get better from the ability selections. There's a lot of them sitting there at level 3. We got the 3rd gold star, so we did the work there that we needed. So really, the first time you run this, if you can run each of these maps, if you get 3 gold stars, you're doing really, really well. So here, I'm going to take the penetration because I don't want to decrease the range at all. And I'm probably going to look to just pump some levels into this cannon. Actually, let's do one of these real quick. I want this to be level 2. I missed out on that. So also a trick with these splashes, sometimes you want the splashes to be active. So if you've got guys over here and you can start the next level, this one's going to toss some bullets over here too as it gets better and better as a tower. Right now the range isn't far enough, so I wouldn't worry too much. I need to pump some of the, whoa, this guy's out. Let's try this. These challenges I quite like. It looks like this one needs basics, so I'm just going to pump into these basics and hopefully we kill the star. Not sure we have enough power to do it, but let's see. We might make it. Let's see. Come on. Yeah. So that looked like a fair amount of green papers. We're going to get decimated here by these greens, I think. Let's see. Oh boy. Yeah, that was a lot of damage. Yeah, I think we're nearing the end of the line for this run. Yeah, that's bad. Well, there's not a lot I can do other than try and just pump some more towers up. I don't think this cannon's going to be all that effective, but this one could be. Let's see if we can squeak one into there. I don't think so. Probably better off doing these towers here. Yeah, we're doing so great against the weak, and then the weak actually ended up destroying us. Now here's a wave of strong that's going to take us out, I think. Yeah, it's interesting level here. It just because of the way it goes, you got a lot of towers doing double work. Oh no, we got most of those dead. Okay, that's good. But this week's coming in. I think it's gonna really wreck house here. Come on, Canna, let's go. Let's go. Oh, come on, no, it's good. There's no, we got 2 life left. Come on. Now, also that's important. We would normally have 20 life, so we'd be negative to it at this point, but we had added 3 life. So just let's extend a run just a little bit. We probably could have done a better job of freezing and keeping stuff away a little longer, but I think that's going to be it. So for a first run of this map, I think that's quite a good run. With level 56, I think we're like 13 levels past the 3rd gold star. So quite happy with that. Quite a big score too. Duration's pretty good. So I have no regrets about that. We actually received some scalar, mined a lot of scalar, or sorry, vectors, and then we got a little bit of scalar, not as much as I wanted, but that particular map, the scalar was limited by 50%. So even though we mined some, it was very slow and inefficient because we just didn't have a pure scalar node to mine. But overall, I like, for 120 coins, it was worth throwing in there and getting a little bit of scalar. So let's see what we got. So we got about 8,000 something papers. I think we only had like 6 papers when we went into that map. So we're done with 2.5 now. So we opened up 2.6. It looks like 2.7. 2.8's open. However, we don't have 3.1 open yet. And that's okay. But let's go back. I want to look at what we have to open here. It looks like we have no chest, but we do have some keys to a chest. Let's go through that. Okay, some base level scalar and some tiles and some research stuff. So that's very good. So we're at 72. Now, what I wanted to get over here, we have 8 stars now. I want to get this green papers bonus. So this is plus 6% bonus to green papers. I think we're going to go ahead and snag that. We have 2 points left. So with the next ones, we'll probably either get the heart or damage next. Those are very, very good nodes. So I think we're going to take advantage of those. We already had a 3% bonus on papers. Now we're looking at 9%. And I think we picked up a bonus somewhere along the way here too. What was it? Quest prizes. There was like a green paper one down here, right? Oh, here, we didn't get it yet. So there's a variety of ways to impact the game, so you can, look to, advance things in different parts of the research tree. So you see right now they actually expose some of this to us so we can click on them and learn some more things about it. So Prestige allows you to sell maps and reset quests for Prestige tickets. So you can start earning Prestige tickets and working your way through that. Prestige ticket dust drop rate. So more Prestige tickets for resetting quests and selling tiles. So resetting quests is important because you can get the rewards from that quest again. So that's how you earn some of the things that you can no longer earn. You earn tickets to reset a quest, then you run it again, and then you can, get those quest rewards again. And by that point, you've invested in some things like this, for instance, this quest prizes. So your quest prizes are better and better and better as you go along, and resetting them, you actually get a lot more. So there's some interesting little tweaks you can do to the game that is very interesting. See, we got a lot of more towers to open up and a lot of things to do in this tree. We'll spend points for this on the next run, and we'll try and get through the next level on the next video. Like, subscribe, leave comment, let me know I'm doing good or bad. I hope everybody's doing great and having a good day. Take care. Bye. Or take care, everybody. Bye.